Because what if at any point during the cruise you're like, I don't want to be on a cruise anymore?
No, you're
Guess
stuck.
what?
You're stuck.
No choice.
Yep.
That's like being in prison. I don't want to be on a prison boat, okay?
You're on a party prison.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to number 20, episode. It's a stroke episode number 2 of Ignore the Backlog. It's episode number 29. My name is the Real Portz. Evil Space Bunny is here.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Mhm.
I'm doing good. You know what's funny?
What?
When stuff like that happens, you could probably just say number 29. No one would ever think about it.
Yep.
But since I have the formula in my head, I have to draw attention to it. It's not possible for me to let it go.
Yeah, once you get into that like mindset and you just keep going with it,
Yeah.
you just gotta run with it sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm. Sprinting downhill, tumbling. Actually, I wasn't even on my legs.
Just words falling out of your mouth. You're like, but fuck, shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like that barrel scene from, The Hobbit.
Mm-hmm.
Except I'm not as graceful. Video games are happening.
Yeah, lots of
A
video
lot,
games.
it seems like.
Yeah,
Lots of video games are happening.
very many.
And,
Too many.
yeah. I don't know what your week looked like, but I'm just gonna spoil mine real quick.
Okay, do it. How about you go first?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go first.
Do it.
Because it's gonna take a long time, and I don't want to wait for your section to do my really long thing. So
Okay. I could step
I
back.
didn't play a single goddamn beatable game this week.
Okay.
So now that that's over, do you want to? I know what is this, 3 weeks in a row of me going, oh, I'm addicted to RuneScape. It got worse than ever this week because my Twitch started taking off a little bit.
Yeah,
And,
you're killing it.
I was raided by 220 people at 2 in the morning.
That was fucking awesome.
That was fun. So I've been trying out streaming that game, and it's really fun, and I'm still really into it.
Nope.
But it has killed my productivity in video games, and I feel terrible.
I mean, that's like me in Minecraft. I stream Minecraft, and there's no end for that for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you found your Minecraft.
I found my Minecraft.
But don't you want to talk about your amazing achievement this week that you achieved in RuneScape?
Yeah, I mean, I'll brush over it because I just assume there's not that much overlap in between, like, people that listen to this and people that play RuneScape. But I got a fire cape, which is it's sort of like, it's like a boy becoming a man in RuneScape. Basically, it's like it's not the hardest content by a long shot, but it is the beginning of hard content for people who haven't really done the end game stuff. So
Right. So it's a challenge, basically.
It was a big challenge. So the run up, I guess I could explain what it is.
Yeah, do it real fast.
The run up is like an hour to get to this boss. His name's Jad, and it takes an hour to get to him. It's an instanced thing, so if you quit at any point, you have to go back and start over. It's safe, so if you die, you don't lose anything, which is nice. And so it takes an hour to get up to him. Once you get up to him, the difficulty spikes a lot. It's not hard to get to him. I didn't die on the way ever, but I died 7 times to Jad. So it's roughly 7 hours, although it was longer because I was in stream talking to people and stuff.
Yeah.
In between waves, so it took me a very long time. I tried 7 attempts in one day.
Yeah,
and,
that was a little brutal for you.
It was brutal, and then came back and beat it the first try on the next day. So that was way better.
I know. I'm actually really proud of you. Like, I know I tease you for playing RuneScape and like this old game, but like that, to do something that's a challenge like that and to push yourself is like always something that I like doing. So when I see other people do it, obviously
The thing is,
you know.
I appreciate that, and I didn't mean to.
Oh no,
you.
you're fine. You're fine.
Wrapping up. The thing is, for me, like I enjoy that, but I can't do it, or I won't do it unless I know that I want the reward.
Fair.
Like, I'm not the kind of person who's like, I just like need a challenge to beat a challenge. It's not like I find nothing in that, but it's not enough usually to stick it through. So only if I want the reward will I do it. And in RuneScape, I've said this before, probably on the podcast. The reason that the cape is very gorgeous. It's like the only piece of clothing that moves. It has like a dynamic texture.
Yeah.
But the reason that RuneScape has goals that I'm interested in, I think, is because it's been so ingrained in me for like 16, 17 years about what those accomplishments mean within the game, you know? So I know how hard things are, or like how many people have something. So it's very articulated to me, how much that shit actually means. Like beating Dark Souls, I mean, everybody. I could not tell you what the numbers are, but it's got to be tons of people that beat Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It just doesn't interest me. It doesn't. I don't have the. I don't know. I just never got the itch to be like, oh yeah, I'm one of those people. It just never happened.
I get that.
Although I do, because of how much I like the soundtrack, I'd really, 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 this year I want to beat the Messenger.
I think
as like another accomplishment.
I mean,
I really do.
It is harder. It is a harder side scroller, but once you get into like the rhythm of that game,
it's a harder side scroller, and I just don't play side scrollers. So like any side scroller would probably be hard for me. Yeah.
No, I get it.
But I can do it.
You could do it.
I'm already an hour and a half in. I can beat my head against it.
Yeah, I believe in you. Heart of the cards, obviously.
Yeah. That is one thing I will not be streaming though.
Oh. I mean, yeah, that game was hard to fucking do, especially when I was doing bosses and stuff. Like, there's that fucking boss. What was his name? I can't remember. He's like the general for the fucking super demon lord, and he was seriously harder than the final boss. He was probably the hardest boss in that entire fucking game. And
where was he in relation to the last boss?
In the middle of the fucking game.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know why it was so fucking difficult for me, and I didn't realize, if I had realized maybe this mechanic a little bit sooner during the fight, that when you do the hook shot mechanic and you hook shot, you're invincible during that movement. So you have to use that, and I wasn't.
Oh. So wait, like it's required?
Yeah. I mean, you definitely have to use it for part of it, because the entire floor turns into lava, so you're like fucking parrying off of stuff and like bouncing back and forth, and then you're fucking using the hook shot to get around. It's not as bad as it seems, honestly.
Okay.
But like, I didn't realize that during the hook shot movement, you're invulnerable, and like he moves so fucking fast that you have to be hook shotting and like moving to get away from him. And if you're just hook shotting back and forth between like 2 or 3 of the skulls that are there, you're fine. But I didn't realize that, and I slammed my head, and I probably got like 50 fucking deaths on him alone. Because I'm an idiot! But he's up there. I think out of all the bosses that I've had to fight, him, the last boss in DuckTales, and fucking the dragon boss in Cuphead are probably some of the hardest bosses that I've had to fucking ever deal with.
Damn. Yeah. Nothing from Fury?
Fury, I mean, the bosses, once you get their rhythm down, it's not so bad, but it's learning the rhythm and dying to it a lot to get to that point. But there's like these nice like saves in it. I need to revisit Fury. I keep forgetting to. It's just kind of one of those things. And I just keep forgetting to do, you know.
Gotcha.
It just keeps getting pushed back in my backlog. But was RuneScape all you played this week? Was that it?
Literally didn't boot up a single other game this week.
Okay.
It's the worst I've done so far. I'm not going to repeat that, but this week it was rough.
Yeah.
But I was going for something, and I got it, and I feel good.
You had a goal. You had an admirable goal, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Well, that doesn't make me feel so bad because I only beat one game because I wanted to.
Thank God. I really thought we were gonna get on here and be like, well, these 6 games.
Well, these 6 games. No. I kind of fell into the same thing that you did, but it was like several different games that pulled my attention away. I beat Gone Home, which was the indie game that you beat a couple weeks ago.
Jesus. Yeah, I sure did.
It's free on Epic, or it was free on Epic. It's so hard to like articulate this game because it's basically a walking simulator.
We should go full spoilers. Okay,
let's go full spoilers on this fucking game.
Because that game sucks so much dick. I want to just rage about it for a second.
I was expecting a much, because a lot of people compare this to Life is Strange, and I liked Life is Strange.
There's like zero. There's narrative.
Yeah.
There's no dialogue really. I mean, there's monologue.
There's monologues.
There's no dialogue.
Yeah, there's no dialogue.
It's so different.
Yes.
Comparing it to Life is Strange is so dumb.
I know, it's really...
I mean, I guess it's about teenager problems.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Maybe, I don't know, teen angst and shit like that.
Yeah, which could not... I knew better than to stay away from Life is Strange, and I might have known that if someone had made that comparison to me, because I would have been like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't think I could bring myself to care about teenager problems. I just don't. I didn't have them when I was a teenager.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Not really in the same way.
Yeah.
Because I didn't go to school, so it's just like so uninteresting to me.
That's fair. So you're the older sister, Kate. You come home from a trip abroad or whatever, and like you come home to an empty house, and it's like completely eerie. There's shit all over the place and stuff like that. Slowly you figure out that it's your sister, and her sister has run away with her lover that she met in high school. Mm-hmm. Because her lover was... go ahead.
The way that this game seems in the beginning is a horror game.
Yes!
It feels like you're about to walk into amnesia or something. Why is it so eerie?
I don't know.
It serves zero fucking purpose.
I was like really stressed out when I was playing it, and I think I even messaged you. I'm like, is this game a horror game? Or I messaged somebody. I'm like, is this game a horror game? And then somebody's like, oh God fucking no. And then I totally relaxed because like I was stressed out, and then I started playing this and I was like, wait, everybody's told me this is like Life is Strange. This is supposed to be like a chill game. Why am I so fucking scared out of my mind right now?
Yeah, because they present it that way. It's so disingenuous and stupid, and there's no twist. Like they don't call to a creature or anything. It's just like the way they left that house. And by the way, who leaves their fucking house like that?
I mean, a teenage girl in a panic who's trying to fucking leave and never come back sort of thing, I guess. I don't know. But
the parents left before that. Yeah, they were on vacation or something, right?
Yeah, they were on vacation, and like I'm assuming that the daughter
like their room was a goddamn disaster. Like everything did your sister ransack the place before she left?
I think she did. So like, but it's just so weird, and like they talk about like the ghost hunting and like finding all the weird secret rooms, and I thought that was really cool. I want that house. And
yeah, that was a neat house.
That was a fucking cool house. I'm like, damn.
Boone County, Oregon.
Yeah, Boone County, Oregon. So funny thing about that, because I looked into this because I was so curious.
Yeah, it's not real. Yeah,
it's not real, but there is an Oregon, Arkansas, that has a ghost town called in Boone County. So there's a town called Oregon in Arkansas, and the Oregon is located in Boone County, and it is an abandoned town.
Huh.
And I thought that was really weird, and I'm like, maybe it's a nod to that, but then they started...
Yeah, it's just like an obscure reference. Huh.
Yeah, but then they started mentioning stuff like... And then there's like a Flintstone, or some weird reference to a park that's in another state, but it's not in Oregon. And I'm like, why are they coming up with all these weird things, but using like... Yeah. They use Portland, Oregon. They talk about Reed College, which is in Southeast Oregon, or Southeast Portland. Yeah. And I'm like, why are they making all these references and then making up weird shit? Like, just...
It felt so weird, because I hate when... Like, if you're going to use the real location, just use the real location. Right. If you're not going to, then don't.
Yeah. Don't make real references. Like,
yeah, because it all it did was make me tab out and Google it, and then I'm like, oh,
yeah,
it's not that, and then it's like, oh, unimmersed.
Yeah,
got it.
It's just kind of weird. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It was just very disappointing. It was like this weird lead up to like all these monologues, and it's just a walking simulator basically. It reminded me of Dear Esther, but not as good. And at the very end, the credits, they thank their cats, which I thought was kind of funny. They thank their family.
Of course they did.
And then they thank their cats.
Of course they did. Of course, super cat people made this game. Jesus fucking Christ.
I thought that was hilarious. Holy shit. Anyway. So I beat that. That got pushed out of the way. And...
Hope all those cats are dead.
Wow! I like cats. Fuck you. Don't forget that. You fuck.
I don't care.
I know you don't. So I got a VR headset this week. That has basically consumed my life. So
not jealous at all.
To the point where I'm playing Beat Saber at like 2 a.m. because I can't sleep.
Oh, I want to play that game so bad.
So that's what I've been mostly fucking doing is I've been playing Beat Saber. I've been going on VR chat again and going into like dance clubs and stuff because I used to dance when I was younger. I used to dance when I was fucking younger, and I have no one to go dancing with, so I'm gonna go fucking dance with a bunch of gay nerds on the internet, which were amazing. All these gay guys were up there, and they're like, if anybody came over to like try to harass me because I'm a girl and I'm talking, they're like, leave her alone, honey. And then they would chase him off. It was fucking fantastic.
You had a gay gang protecting you.
I had like this fucking harem of dudes.
That's awesome.
It was fantastic, and like I was just dancing in here and like having a great time and stuff and just chatting with them. Anyway, and then the creme de la creme.
God, the internet's so weird.
It was fun. I mean, I was dancing and like, you know, I can't get out in this fucking pandemic for more than like maybe 10 minutes at a time. It's my one thing. I need this. But the creme de la creme out of all the games that I played has been Half-Life Alyx.
Oh.
And I'm going to try to talk about this a little bit without not spoiling too much of this game. Because obviously... Yeah,
just don't spoil the story.
I won't spoil the story, but I'm going to talk about some of the things. You could literally...
You can, honestly, you can talk about any of the mechanics.
Shit. So, like, I don't know... When I first played Half-Life 2, obviously I picked up that can and I threw it at that dude at the very beginning of Half-Life 2. You know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, what part?
At the very beginning of Half-Life 2, one of the Combine, he knocks over a can and he's like, pick up that can.
Oh, yeah.
And I picked up that can and I fucking yeeted it at him. Right? And then he chases you down and tries to murder you. Yeah, and then they beat the
shit out of you,
yeah. But you can run away if you're fast enough. But, like, so that was... one of the things that I remember spending in Half-Life 2 was picking up everything possible because that wasn't normal in most video games. And that's just... I
still do it in every video game
absolutely.
That lets you.
Like,
in Soma, have you played Soma? Yeah. I spent 45 minutes in the apartment in the beginning. 45 minutes. You know what I did? I took all of the items in that apartment, which, by the way, there's like 250. That's not an exact count. There's just so many, though. And I shoved them all into a corner. I did that on stream. People watched me do that.
I'm so proud of you. Like, no. So, of course, that's one of the things in Alyx. You can literally pick up almost everything that's it's awesome. So, like, I'm picking up TVs and I'm fucking throwing them and I'm just, like, picking up shit and I'm just throwing shit everywhere. I'm in the patio area for, like, 30 minutes, like you, just fucking throwing shit off the cliff and I'm just like, yeet, yeet. And I'm like, look at this book. I'm like, I can't open this book. That kind of sucks, but fuck it. And, like, just throwing shit off at this thing. When I love
interrupting because of the way Half-Life does, like, storytelling. You're just, like, standing there in, like, there's no cutscene. It's just, like, you're just standing there while they have a conversation. But you have free movement. So I would just like pick up every object and
throw
try to
it.
stick it in between the characters having a conversation and whack them back and
Or
forth.
put it on their head and shit like that and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I fucked with that shit. So, I did get a little motion sickness at the very beginning of the game, just because I have a fear of heights, and you're on this balcony, and I immediately look over and I lean over, and vertigo just hit me, and it's just like that, and I'm like, oh fuck! But then I saw a cat down there, and it snapped me back to reality that this is a video game, and I'm like, I want to pet the cat, and I couldn't, but. You're slowly making your way throughout the whole game and, like, picking up shit, dealing with shit differently, you know, beating the shit out of head crabs with whatever I could try to find. You don't have a melee weapon, which, you know, like, you know, I used to just kill the head crabs as soon as they jumped at me with a crowbar, but you don't have that. So, like, I will try to hit them with stuff. You can knock them with your hands and everything. So, I thought that was a really cool mechanic. But I will say this about the game. There are a lot of puzzles, and I like puzzles, and I think they're great. And I think Valve actually did a really good job with, like, all of the mechanics and using, like, your hands, both of your hands at the same time to solve some of these puzzles. And it got me really excited. But this game is not an FPS. Like, I have such a hard time shooting shit with this game. It's probably because I don't have the best, like, stance, I guess, for shooting. I don't know. And, like, trying to hold the gun and stuff like that and, like, actually aim, like, with your actual arm rather than, like, you know, a mouse, which is what you're used to.
Yeah.
And so that...
You're just, like, shooting the floor.
I'm just fucking shooting the ground. And, like... I didn't turn on there's like a hybrid motion where you can push a button to crouch and shit like that. I was actually crouching in real life. So I'm crawling around on my fucking floor like an idiot, getting under things, ducking under things and stuff like that. And when the Combine are like chasing you and shit, and there's like 4 or 5 of them, oh god, that was like so scary. I died like 4 or 5 times at this one part. Because there's like fucking 5 Combine. And you have to kill them all. And they take so many bullets. So many bullets. And you're just trying preciously to aim. And it was just, oh my god, it was really hard. This game feels more like a horror puzzle game rather than a first-person shooter.
That kind of turns me off.
I know.
I mean, the horror aspect could be fun, but the bullet spongy stuff sounds not
Playing
good.
on easier, honestly. I would do that. Yeah. Honestly, I've been thinking about like downing it to easy, just so I can like finish the game.
The difficulty of combat in Half-Life is not the thing.
I mean, I loved playing Half-Life 2 on hard. That's like my jammy jam because I like slamming my head against that. But because I'm not used to this mechanic of like actually using my fucking hand to aim a gun, it's been a lot harder for me.
It's interesting.
But I will say that it's been awesome, and I'm excited to play more of it. And, sucker.
Hell yeah. No, that's awesome. I can't wait until I can play it.
I know. Sorry, buddy.
I
got lucky. Somebody didn't want his headset no more, and I'm like, I will gladly steal that. Thank you.
I don't know how the fuck I'd set it up here. I need
have
to
the
move.
tiniest fucking area for it, and I had to set up my Guardian, and I still fucking slammed my head and hands into the wall, so...
Oh, you told me about that?
Dude, I bent over. So, like, the thing is, like, you actually... If you turn around, it'll actually turn you around, obviously, but, like, you're supposed to use the joysticks to turn your character around, but I'm not used to that yet, so I'm turning around physically in real life. And I get a little disoriented where I am in my room. So I went to bend over to pick something up, not realizing I had put my head against the only wall that was there. And I just like bent over like I normally would and just fucking slammed my head into the wall. And I was just like, oh, fuck, shit. My fucking chat made a wall counter. Hit my head 7 times on Monday. Yeah, Yeah, that was good. Well, not just my head, my hands or my head against the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did punch the wall. That was good too. But yeah, VR's been fun. And then I revisited a game this week that I thought I wouldn't visit, but I did.
Oh no.
The Fallout 76 game.
Oh, right.
And so that patch dropped last week.
Now on Steam.
Yeah, it's now on Steam. The NPC patch dropped, and I will say this. It's a good step for this game. There's still some mechanic issues and some bugs and stuff like that. Like, you each have to individually do the quest. You can't do it as a party, which is really stupid. So, like, because you have to go back to your camp and do something to get the NPCs to come out. And so you each have to start it and then go back to each individual camp to do it. So, like, we have to do it in so-and-so's camp. I have to do it in my camp and blah, 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 blah. But it kind of finally felt more like a Fallout game than it had been.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, like, with the NPCs there and the NPCs being sassy with you and you actually having dialogue choices that matter more. Because, like, before you would talk to robots every once in a while and that would be it. And you're just like, cool. I'm going to go wander around and be alone and sad in this wasteland. And, because, like, talking to players is way different. You can't use, like, your charisma or anything like that. Or if you have, like, perks and shit like that. It doesn't matter. That person's probably going to still shoot you in the fucking face. You know? So,
yeah.
It was just kind of nice. And it was a little refreshing to do that. And then being able to do it with your friends, you know. But if you were to play this game by yourself, it's not as lonely as it was. If that makes sense.
That's good, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
I just don't... I feel like even with other people hanging around, you can't do, like, your own little world, right? Could you play this offline?
You can. If you get the individual thing, you could have your own world to yourself. Yeah. Where you have the first class, whatever the fuck it is, that pass, the $15 a month or $12 a month or whatever.
Oh, fuck that. God, paying $15 a month to play your own, like,
basically play a single player game, or you can invite people to your world only, and that makes sense. But the nice advantage of that is your camp will never be moved if somebody else is too close to it. It's such and such, because, like, my camp ended up getting moved, like, 3 times when I had to move around, and it was really annoying.
Let's play a game. You want to
let's play a game.
Unless you've already looked this up.
I have no idea. Now I'm scared.
Fallout 76, like, concurrent player stats, like, just on Steam, obviously.
Okay, just on Steam right now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to name a game, and you tell me if it's above or below Fallout 76.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah.
Okay? RimWorld.
Above.
It's above.
Yeah.
Last Oasis?
Above.
Below.
Really? Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Also, people ain't playing that fucking game.
Oh, no! I wanted to do well, shit.
Let's see. Risk of Rain 2?
Above.
Fuck! Below.
I'm bad at this game!
There was one that I wanted to pick out specifically. Oh yeah, Fallout 4.
Above.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh no, Fallout 4 is
Isn't that insane?
Than Fallout 76.
Concurrent players in Fallout 4, which, by the way, why are there 17,000 people playing Fallout 4 right now?
Probably because they're mad at Bethesda and they're like, fuck, this still sucks. It's not good enough. I mean, they're not wrong.
How is that possible?
Pin across the room. I mean, they're not entirely wrong, but, like,
my God.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things that's just really, really, like, it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction for them to fix this game. If they're ever going to be able to fix this game, is adding those NPCs But there's still a long ways to go for Fallout 76, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. I just don't want what people wanted out of that game, so I there's almost nothing they could do to it to make me play. But, you know, for those people getting, I wonder if people play didn't they make a battle royale?
Yes, and it's dead. It's gone.
Do people play it? Did you try it?
Yeah.
No.
I tried it for like 10 seconds, and I'm like, I'm done. Because I couldn't get it to work.
I feel like the mechanics in the engine just can't do that.
It didn't go very well. I watched what's his face Shroud play it a bunch, and he's like, this is fucking garbage, and he went back to PUBG. So if that says anything, you know, they tried really hard. Did not go well.
Dota 2 is getting back up there, 700,000 today.
Good job, Dota. Proud of you.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready for some news?
I am ready for some news.
Okay.
I'm ready. Can I go first?
Let's do yours since you have a fucking
Okay. I have one thing
to throw at me.
And it relates to the Bethesda
I know,
talk.
so.
Although it's a different franchise.
Aww.
Do you know who Mick Gordon is?
His name sounds familiar, but I can't think of what it is.
He does the soundtrack for Doom.
That's right.
He's done it since 2016. And people praise him quite a lot. Very rightfully so. He's a goddamn genius.
Uh-huh.
Now, somebody made a YouTube video. I can't fucking remember who the YouTuber is, unfortunately. Hi Doo-Doo, apparently. Hey. Hi. I don't know how to... That sounds like a Witcher character.
Hi Doo-Doo.
So he made a YouTube channel or a YouTube video that showed the differences between the compression levels in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. And it's really bad for Doom Eternal. Like it's just quiet as fuck, which you can't just like pull back out and make. I'm not an audio engineer, but basically if something starts quiet, you can't just make it louder and have it sound as good.
Right.
You have to keep the original quality, like the original recording of it, basically.
Right.
And so what they did was fuck the soundtrack, so people can't like the version that's being uploaded to Spotify is this version. So most people probably don't care about this,
right?
But apparently, maybe a lot of this is not necessarily rumor, but like screenshots that no one could really verify. They could have been doctored, but really, who would do this and why? Of Mick Gordon PMing people saying, I'm probably not going to work with it. They were like, do you think they would do this again next time around, or would they give you more control next time around or something like that? And he's like, we probably won't be working together again.
He's not gonna do any more Doom music?
Might not be. Might not be.
No. That's the only time I like heavy metal anymore is Doom. That's the only kind.
I know.
It's probably because it doesn't have very many lyrics. I'm weird about lyrics.
Yeah, same. I don't really like lyrics in metal either. I didn't even know I liked metal until Doom. I was like, oh, it can not have... You can have it without that? Please, yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like that's one of the best things about Doom is the music. So, like Doom 2016, that's what made Doom 2016 so memorable to me, was the music always kept you going, and the music just fucking created this momentum and like this flow, and you just fucking you were just like so pumped and just punching shit, and you're just fucking on a rampage and just murder, kill sort of thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Fuck, that sucks.
Apparently he deleted a tweet about potentially doing a live show for Doom Eternal on MagFest 2021. Ooh. So he deleted that tweet, which is people are saying is maybe more evidence. He's like, fuck this shit. Bethesda. I'm not being associated anymore.
No, that makes me really sad.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a bunch of weird stuff and then like a doctored photo maybe. I don't know.
Bethesda, get your fucking shit together. abuse this.
I don't, it feels like the damage probably has been done, but I don't know.
I'll be angry.
Don't know, but like I said, it's not. None of this has been
Confirmed.
His words. He's not like confirmed this on his own Twitter or anything like that.
Fuck,
So
okay. Fuck.
Nobody knows.
That makes me sad.
Yep. Bethesda really goes out of their way to fuck up
Damn
shit.
it, Bethesda. God fucking fuck. Okay. Anyway, so
Yeah. So you got happy news?
I mean,
we could use some
I
happy
got some
news.
interesting news.
Okay.
So how much do you know about Valorant, the new Riot game?
I know that it's about 90% CS:GO and 10% Overwatch.
/ TF2.
I know that I don't. No, what's TF2 about it?
I'm kidding. That's like the first class-based like shooter, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
So nobody has ultimates, but this one you do, which I kind of get. Okay. But anyway, so I think it's not my jam. I'm kind of like.
No, me neither. It's way too CS:GO. If it was a little more Overwatch, I'd probably be interested. But it's
very CS:GO.
The movement, the
everything.
switching to knife to run faster, all that is like so Counter-Strike DNA that I'm like, eh.
Yeah, but mostly reason why I want to talk about this game and is I like how they did their marketing for this game. It's been so efficient with creating these drops and stuff like that, creating within like, you know, streamer communities and now affiliates, anybody.
Yeah, like opening the access
Right.
to the game via the Twitch drops.
Right.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like such a cool way to get like hype for this game, because like then it's going to create incentive for streamers to actually play this game so they get more viewers, more potential viewership, and all that other jazz. And then people are, you know, get the incentive of getting a key drop during the game, and then they just open it up to everybody. Because before they only had a select few partners that were going to be able to have the drop. But like, I think that's like one of the most efficient ways for a game to do a lot of advertising without.
Well, I think it only works because Riot's Riot, though. Because if some indie developer you've never heard of did this, no one would give a shit.
Yeah. So like, Riot has.
So having that name, like, oh, I want to play the Riot FPS, mixed with starve them a little bit and make them, you know, tune into streams and, yeah, I think for the position they're in was perfect. Couldn't have done it better.
And I think, I thought that was a good move for Riot and like good on them and shit. Now they got the big fucking dick name. They get to fucking slam it wherever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see how more this game like continues to develop. Is it going to take away from the CSGO community? One of my friends who does play CSGO a lot, he said that he did notice that there's a lot less people on. And now he's switched over to Valorant, and he's been doing that too. Very ham.
I mean, it's brand new, so obviously people want to play the new thing. We'll see if it sticks, but I don't know. People are quick to jump on bandwagons, and it's not always for the best.
Yeah.
I saw a fucking Game Informer article, which I like Game Informer quite a bit. It's not like some Polygon article. That's right, calling you out, Polygon.
Oh, damn. Shots fired.
Anyway, it was like the headline was Valorant is still fun a week later. Okay, it's a week, dude.
I would hope it would still be fun after a week.
Yeah, fuck.
Like, especially in a competitive...
who needs that fucking report?
I mean...
You can tell by going to the browse section on Twitch. It's like got 1 million people watching it.
I mean, like, that's like somebody saying, you know, it's like, I have 1,000 hours in PUBG. And it's like, is PUBG still fun for you? Yeah, I'm still at 1,000 hours and I still play it regularly. Yes, you know, it's I don't know. That's kind of silly.
Well, that's a good example of something that, like Valorant is still fun 1,000 hours later is way more impactful than it's a week later. Because, like, what did you play, an hour a day? Like, you could be talking less than 10 hours.
Everybody right now is probably playing, like, 6 to 7 hours of video games. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I imagine they are. I imagine they are.
For sure. But, Yeah, I think that's interesting. Like I said, I just wanted to gab at their fucking strategy, but good job, Riot. Good job, Riot.
Agreed. What do you think about this? Riot is the new Blizzard.
Ooh, I kind of agree with that statement. 100%.
They just take what everyone else is doing and do it their own way.
They're the fucking.
They took Dota Auto Chess and made it. They took obviously even League was taken from Dota and fucking what's that other thing they do? Oh yeah, well the Valorant now.
Fuck.
And then they have other genres announced that are like
the card game,
obviously
the card game.
Yeah, the card game. Yeah. Yep.
Although I kind of forgot completely about that one. I haven't heard anything about it.
I don't like card games.
I mean, I don't either. I like to watch people play them. Like I watch what's his face guy, Grumpy, our buddy. I watch him play a lot of Hearthstone. I don't know anything about it, so I feel bad because I never participate in his chat. But I just sit there quietly watching.
I do the same thing. I'll say hello, lurk for like an hour, and be like, I don't know what's happening. I have nothing to add to your conversation.
If it's like if you talk about food, yeah, I'll talk about that.
Which I assume is gonna happen in my stream a lot for people now that I'm doing RuneScape stuff. They're gonna be like,
I'll just make fun of you the whole time. It's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's what I do with you in Minecraft.
Oh, the tables have turned.
Oh no.
I'll just be like, show off that cape. Show me that cape. Anyway. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was games done quickly. Those guys, those amazing fuckers. I fucking love these guys so much. They did a Corona relief fund this week, and they raised $400,000 for this, which is fucking amazing, and it was done in less than 60 hours, which is fucking hell yeah. I love these guys. They're like seriously one of my favorite charity groups, and they're just amazing and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to say fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
That's awesome. Love it. I also do like those games done quick things. And most speedruns, I'm like, but as soon as there's like one I'm interested in, for whatever reason, it doesn't even have to be a game that I play. There's just certain runs that catch my eye. You know?
The one that
there was one that was The Mummy from, it was like a PS2 game. And it was fucking, the Brendan Fraser one. And I watched somebody like speedrun that, and I was like, what? Well, I've never seen that movie. I've never played this game, and I watched the whole fucking speedrun of it. Like, what the and it was interesting. I liked it.
My favorite one that I just saw because I like watching those and just quietly on the side, is the Mario Odyssey. There was a guy doing that, and he was just fucking powering through that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I've never played this game, and everybody talks about it like being a hard fucking Mario, but very satisfying, and just watching him fucking speedrun this, I'm like, Jesus fuck, dude. Fuck.
People talk about it being hard?
Yeah, I've heard it being harder than like some of the other games.
Well, I guess if you go for certain moons, maybe, but beating the game was pretty fucking easy.
It's still in its plastic cover, if that tells you anything about how much I paid attention to my Switch.
Yeah, you should play it.
I should. I actually just,
It's really good.
Yeah, my Switch is actually sitting on my desk right now because I've been wanting to play this game that I just downloaded for it, and it's just sitting there.
What game is that?
It's this robot game that I can't think of the name right now.
Okay. I thought you were going to say Animal Crossing.
No, I did not get Animal Crossing yet.
Lots of people did. And you know what? It's interesting.
I kind of want it, but
it's interesting. It feels like
my life.
The game series that should not have taken off, but
I mean, a lot of people like those games. It's like basically Stardew Valley. And a lot of people like those simulation games like that.
Yeah. It's just it feels like that game reached incredible heights, though. Like, Stardew Valley, I don't know if you would. Maybe it hit at the right time.
Yeah, I think it hit. I think Animal Crossing's had like the perfect fucking storm for it. Like, we're stuck inside.
Yeah.
This is a great way to still connect with your friends. Your friends can visit your island. You get to decorate and go out and like play this like simulation. And it is one of those grindy games that constantly keeps you coming back because like you have to catch stuff at night, and that has to be actually in your time zone at night, sort of thing. So like you have to. It's like a mobile game almost, where you have like, you know, a countdown, and you're like, oh, I have to fucking do this in 4 hours, sort of thing.
Yeah, but there's no option to buy shit.
Yeah, exactly. And so like, and I think unlike Stardew Valley, because like Stardew Valley is done by one guy who had limited funds, limited advertising, and as well as that game did for what little he had to.
I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire.
He's fucking rolling in it right now, and he's still the only person that works on that game.
Yeah, that's how I would keep it,
He's very dedicated, and he's an amazing dude. But like Nintendo has a lot more people. They also have a lot more buy power. They also had a lot more advertising. And the one thing that Nintendo somehow surprisingly had was with the Doom. With Doom and Animal Crossing's coming out at the same time, and all those memes and shit like that, I think that also generated more hype for the game. As I throw my next one.
I think you're right, honestly.
Yeah, and I think that created more hype for the game, and like more people were like, and they're like, oh, look at how cute this meme is, and look at Isabelle, and blah 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 blah.
I want to say, I don't know if this is true, but I thought I saw that Animal Crossing outsold Doom.
It did. I wouldn't be surprised. 100%. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way it couldn't have. Doom has a certain target audience that, like, people who, like...
Yeah, I guess I'm just surprised there's that many Switches out there, I guess.
Well, people are buying 2 Switches to play this game.
I know
and stuff.
We fucking ran out. There was, like, a little scare there. We got them back, but, yeah, there was like, a shortage in the U.S.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just kind of one of those crazy things. And like, I know people who have like 2 Switches in their household now, so both people could play fucking Animal Crossings, because you can only have one island or whatever.
Well, and I was some video game podcast, I don't know. They were talking about they were like, I want to get Animal Crossing for my kids, but they can't share. I guess you can't create a different save file on the same Switch?
No, so you can only have one island per Switch.
That's insane!
That's why I said people are getting multiple Switches per household. I wasn't joking about that. That's why. No,
I know, but I thought you meant like to play at the same time. Which is a benefit, I guess. But yeah, the fact that you can't just separate the saves, Nintendo. Why does Nintendo always arbitrarily fucking just not do something that everyone else would do?
I don't know. I mean, I was
so weird. I mean, you know what? Because they sell more Switches. Exactly. That's why. They're goddamn geniuses.
That's why. And I was in somebody's chat today kind of talking about it, because like his wife has been playing and streaming Animal Crossings, and he can't play it because of that issue. And so he was talking about it and like how frustrating it was, but then he started doing some comparisons what Nintendo used to do. Like with one of the DS's, it didn't have an auxiliary outlet, so you couldn't plug in headphones and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, they were basically the Apple before Apple.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I could kind of see that with Nintendo, but it's kind of one of those things that we've expected, and I guess we've become conditioned from Nintendo. Yeah.
So. Yeah. Well, because every time you accept it and buy something, you normalize it to yourself. So, Yeah. Whatever.
It's kind of one of those things. Anyway.
I sold my Switch during this period.
Told me. Now you guys can't have 2 islands.
Not on the podcast, though, I don't think. I don't think I would have played Animal Crossing, because RuneScape kind of fills that area for me. I've been farming in that game. You can build your own house and put a bunch of shit in it. It's fucking... Oh, that game has so much shit.
Amazing. Okay. Let's... We went on an interesting tangent. Anyway.
Yeah, we do. We really
fucking always do this.
We're doing news.
We're going back to news.
None of this is news.
I'm going to probably pronounce this wrong, but Ludo Nara... Con, it's a digital con that happened last year on Steam, and it's happening again this year. It's actually going to be happening this weekend So this will come out on Thursday, so tomorrow technically. And then, but this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they're doing like this little like demo thing with all these indie games, and they're all like storybook games. So if you're really into that, that's happening. And I've been kind of getting into these games, and there's a couple.
I didn't know about this until I opened this Google Doc for the first time today.
I sent it to you for the first time today.
But yes. Eliza is on this list, and that piqued my interest. Also, I've never heard of this before. Is this the first time they're doing it?
This is their second year of doing it, but I don't really remember it from last year. I think this is their second year of doing it. I could be completely wrong, but I'm excited. It's gonna have like there's gonna be 12 hours of like live panels on the scene page and like talking about different things and stuff like that, and all the different genres in these storybook games. For the
pronunciation, I think it's Ludonarracon because
that sounds better.
It's based off of ludonarrative dissonance.
Oh, okay.
Which is the conflict between a video game's narrative told through the story and the narrative told through the gameplay. So that's kind of a neat name for that.
Yeah, for sure. But like, there's a lot of games that I've been looking at already that I'm really excited for. Like you said, Eliza's on here. There's this one called gettin Noir or something like that, or like there's just a couple really cool ones. Nowhere Prophet is another one, which I think is done by what's their name? No More Robots, which is like one of these weird publishers. It's a card game kind of, though.
I'm noticing a bunch of these that I have gotten on Humble Bundle recently.
Oh, yeah. Look at you.
So I'll have to boot them up. What are they showing off?
They're going to be showing off different.
Because like Eliza's already out.
These are for like new games that like are relatively new, or they're gonna be like talking about new games coming out from these publishers, and they're just basically celebrating narrative video games like this. That's the main focus. Is just
all streams will go live at the launch of the con, and then will be looped through the remainder of the event. So no matter what time fans attend, they can enjoy the behind-the-scenes content about exciting upcoming indie games. That's neat. Yeah, this is a dope thing.
This is really cool. And I think Steam doing this is like their test for the next one that they're going to be doing this summer. With all the...
Oh, was this a physical convention last time?
I think was a physical convention, potentially, and they're adding it on Steam.
Oh, wow.
And then... I'm just really excited because like stuff like this happening for like indie developers, I have a soft spot for my indie games, and like them getting more notice, and like our fucking buddies, I think Rose City Games is also gonna be presenting Garden Story or another one of their games. I can't remember which one, but
awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna watch it this weekend, so that's gonna be my weekend. Sitting around watching video game cons.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Okay, but let's move on to the next thing. This is something that I've been kind of wanting to talk about because it's happening. It's been kind of happening for a while, and Facebook is really throwing their hat in the ring.
I like talking about things that are happening.
You don't want to talk about things that are happening?
No, okay. I do. I like talking about things that are happening.
So we have the Twitch app, which has games on it, and it has a lot of mods on it, which is great. That's how I play most of my Minecraft mods. So Facebook is now going to be launching their own version of a gaming app like that. It's gonna be,
but not for streaming, like just for launching your game.
So it's gonna be a little odd. I think it is going to have the ability to do, like, how you can watch live streams on the Twitch app, but it's not the best. You can actually watch Facebook streams via this, and it's also going to start having games and, like, potentially having, like, other gaming communities built into this thing. which is kind of a smart move because Facebook obviously does social media. So having this thing and taking this next step with their streaming services, like, I think it's kind of smart. Like, it's going to be interesting to see what direction they're going to go with this. If they're going to have something that's like an exact copy of the Twitch launcher or the Twitch app that's on your fucking computer. And it's also going to be on your phone too. So you can also potentially have like all your fucking live streams from Facebook on your phone a little bit easier rather than using the Facebook app, because watching live streams on the Facebook app sucks. I can't fucking do it, and I hate pulling them up, and it just drives me fucking bonkers. Like, it absolutely blows my mind.
Yep.
And stuff, because, like, that's my fucking Facebook, you know, I'm barely on it anyway. And if I want to go watch somebody, like, there's this one chick, she moved over to Facebook Gaming after leaving Twitch, and I was, like, so bummed. But I still wanted to support her because I like her because she's a really sassy FPS player. And so I watch her on fucking Facebook, but, like, I feel weird if I talk in her chat because it uses my real name.
We might have some Mixer listeners, but if we do, just take out your headphones for a second.
Do it.
Every time I follow somebody that's, like, leaves Twitch to go try the Mixer thing, I will go over. I created an account.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get the same live notifications because I don't have that tab open ever. But it feels kind of sad.
I mean,
you know, because what it is, if you're a content creator and you move platforms, what you think you're doing is trying to stake out a larger audience in a different platform. What you're trying to do is sort of artificially move ahead of where you are. It's not artificial, really, but if you don't change your content at all and you just move over there, then it is, I think, artificial. And sometimes that works. I've seen it work. I have not really seen it work on Mixer. I've heard a lot of stories about it working on Facebook, but I will not open that website another time in my fucking life, probably. Just for all the other Facebook nonsense that exists. Yeah. I should create an account that's like just
the real Portz
stream stuff, but
I've thought about doing that, but
because that's the other weird thing. Like, I'm watching somebody fucking stream and it's like I'm using my real name to talk to them.
I
like, no, fuck off.
Real name. I want to use an alias, like.
Yeah.
And it's like my full name in chat. I'm like, fuck. And then there's my drunk picture, and I'm like, fuck. Yeah. My drunk profile picture of me holding a giant pony. Yep. Find it, internet. I dare you.
All right. I'm on it.
Okay. But yeah, I just wanted to gab about that real quick. Mm-hmm. Next. Sorry, I found like 5 billion things. We're going to skip some of this shit because it's not really that important. Because it's like rehash. Okay. But the PS5. Have you seen the new design?
Yes, I have. And I think that it looks like one of the dope, like, souped up stormtroopers. Like, if you took one of them and flattened them out, that's
added
what
some
it
LEDs
looks like.
to it.
And I'm way into it.
It's very sexy. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, girl.
Yeah. I don't, like, most consoles are ugly, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a little bit disappointed that it doesn't look like something straight out of Radio Shack, but, you know.
Like the PlayStation 2, you remember that?
Yeah, but I mean, you remember the, like, prototype?
Oh, God, that sad-looking thing that had the other fucking label on it?
It looked like a goddamn Epson. God. It was like a fucking projector.
Thank God they fucking, like, they're like, divert, fix. Internet made fun of us.
Logos from other companies.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Is this like a brand deal now? Like, hell?
Yeah. Thank God that's over.
Jesus Christ. Good job, Sony, for fucking fixing this. I'm still mad at you, though, you fuckers. But, yeah.
What are you mad at
Because
Sony
they
for?
fucking canceled The Last of Us 2 indefinitely.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And then Naughty Dog tried to be sneaky, and they're like, we're going to let you download it on the PlayStation Network. And then Sony's like, fuck you, and pulled it from the complete store and refunded everybody automatically. Anyway.
And then they're like, we'll be in the alley behind
Please
Days.
give me it. I need it. I need to know what happens. I need to see Ellie. Joel. And
The person who bought my Switch brought over Last of Us, so I have it to stream at some point.
It's so good. Be prepared to cry, though. I think you're going to cry a bunch.
Can't wait. I already cried in the first 20 minutes.
I know.
The last time I tried to play it.
There's going to be more scenes that just, like, randomly fucking stab me in the gut.
Can't wait. I have already seen the end of the game, but I don't remember it at all. So
that's kind of good, because the ending is just, it hits you like a fucking bag of bricks.
I remember the emotions that I felt, but I don't remember any of the content, because I didn't really have the context for the characters. I didn't have the context for the content of the characters. That was a lot of C's in a row.
We'll talk about it once you finally fucking beat it, because like I have a lot of words, and like that game, like just thinking about that ending, just like I fucking felt the bricks fall in my stomach, and it just like Joel,
Okay.
why? Anyway,
where are you at in Red Dead, by the way?
But yeah, 42%.
Because I can't. We should do a spoilers
complete.
for that game.
But we should definitely do a deep dive on. I think we should do another one of those. We haven't done any of those, and we've been fucking home.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we haven't really been doing the same shit. But
yeah. That's true. No. Mostly my game time with Red Dead has been me getting drunk on the internet and playing poker and tumbleweed, or shooting nerds.
That's great.
And fucking starting fights with my friend Fu. It's been good. It's been real good, actually. What are you fucking nerds doing over here?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've just been talking like that the entire time. So quickie news that actually is still kind of developing as we talk right now. During today, at some point, if you're playing TF2 or even Counter-Strike, there was something that happened, and people got this weird random pop-up that said, I'm going to quote this, I'm getting into your account, well, they spelled it ACC, right now, RN, by TF2, hashtag TF2 is dead, post this on Reddit, and then a word I'm not going to say, owned by Cathook. So somebody hacked into Valve and found and leaked the CSGO source code and the TF2 source code, and everybody freaked the fuck out on Twitter. And they're like, oh my god, fucking change your passwords, don't go on this, and just freaking the fuck out. And Valve did confirm with IGN about 2 o'clock today, saying that, yes, the code was leaked, but it's from 2012 and 2018 source code, so it's fairly old. Valve doesn't think that anybody's account's actually compromised or anything. Like, they don't have access to that. But the code has been leaked. So they're not super worried about it right now. They're obviously probably going to investigate. Well, like they probably downplaying it, but they're going to investigate and figure it out. This is something that's still happening, like now. Like
how does the pop-up manifest? Like, is it an in-game message thing that exists for other things, or?
Yeah, I don't know exactly, because I've never. It looked kind of like the. It didn't look like the server tab when you would first join a game, and it didn't look like anything else. It did look like a pop-up potentially that the person made just bigger somehow, and then they just typed in a bunch of text and bullshit. But I'll find you a picture and I can send it to you so you can see it. But everybody was like freaking the fuck out, thinking that their accounts were gonna get stolen and stuff like that.
Can you imagine losing your Steam account?
Oh my god, I would lose my
starting
fucking
over
mind.
in video games, like
someone would die. Someone would die. You don't understand. I have like 600 video games. My name, that account is like 16 years old. It's older than some of the babies in my chat, you know. Someone would die. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, like I said, Valve did confirm with IGN that there's no vulnerability, like with the game presently. Like everybody's account should be fine and stuff like that. But my favorite part is this person who did this signed their name, owned by Cathook. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, I'm gonna blow up your car. Love Evil Space Buddy.
I mean,
like
people who hack like to be noticed. It's kind of weird.
I guess, but it just seems really silly because then people are gonna find you a whole lot easier, and then you're gonna get prosecuted.
I wonder
go
if
to jail
maybe it's the first time they've used that name or something, or maybe it's someone they know. Maybe they're framing someone.
I hate Cathook, that fucking asshole. I'm gonna fucking
always playing
frame
spy,
him.
that motherfucker.
I'm gonna hack it. That fucking piece of shit always fucking owning me. He's dominating me right now at TF2. This bullshit. Yeah. No, that would be fucking phenomenal if they try to frame somebody.
Idea. Yeah.
That's actually the way to do it. Anyway.
You'll be learning how to hack. My name is the Evil Space Bunny, owned by Evil Space Bunny.
I'm the real Portz. I kill Jed in RuneScape, and
Jed?
I have capes. Look at me. Jed?
Jebediah, please.
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. When you first were calling it, I didn't realize it was Jed. I thought you guys were saying
J-A-D.
Chad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sounds like Chad. Yeah.
Sorry, Jed. Yeah, and I thought you guys were saying Chad, and I'm like, oh, do fucking RuneScape players think so little of themselves that they think of themselves as a beta and they have to go kill the Chad? What the fuck? Yeah. And then I realized it when I saw it in your stream title. I'm like, oh, that actually makes more sense now. Not Chad. Got it.
It'd be funnier.
But, yeah. That would be a lot funnier if they named him Chad. Hey, RuneScape, I know I have, like, huge influence right now. And the real Portz, he's, like, super big, up-and-coming RuneScape streamer over here. You should listen to us and make a fucking bad guy named Chad, please.
I'm
please
bigger than Bodhi.
What?
Am I right?
Oh, shit, girl. You're bigger than Bodhi. You're bigger than Fallout 76 right now. Yep. Okay.
That's all the news?
That's it for news today.
We've exhausted the news?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we could talk about how 2 billion hours have been streamed during this pandemic so far.
Can we talk about how YouTube barely fucking works right now?
Or we could talk about... YouTube is
I think they're having self-inflicted issues. I think they throttled too hard or something. I don't know. Like, no one else is having the problems they have. Although I bet their numbers are like insane.
Through the roof? Oh, yeah.
But still.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah, just think about poor Google. Google right now is getting, like, fucking super slammed. People going to Google the Google shit. And then
Corona, how does it work? Can I save my life with goldfish medicine?
Is my cat gonna get me COVID?
If I roll around in a koi pond, will it be okay?
Apparently 2 cats tested positive for COVID in New York. No!
I'm kidding. I don't have anything against cats at all. I just think it's funny that you like them so much. So...
I love cats. I love every kind of cat.
Every kind of cat? What about those naked ones? Aren't they like furless cats? Yeah,
oh, I
like
love
them?
those.
Ugh.
You could put a little sweater on them, and then you
You're
can
gonna-
snuggle them, and then they like.
You're gonna hide their natural beauty.
They're really snuggly. Yeah, well, they get cold. You have to give them a sweater, and they're really snuggly because they're cold all the time. And so they're like, "Please, human, keep me warm." And you're like, "Yes, I will hold you all the time."
It's really backfired. That didn't go the way I wanted.
Fuck you. Told you I love
Apparently.
every cat.
I can't think of. There's not like notorious, cats that are fuckers like dogs. There's lots of dog
Yeah, no,
breeds
there's
that
not
you're
like.
eh. But cats are like They're
I mean, I
mostly
like-
the same.
I like every dog too, so you should look up this one kind of cat called the
Werewolf
werewolf cat, and they're pretty fugly and they're adorable, and I want one.
Okay. I am
Google
I'm
it
doing
right
it
now.
right now.
Do it right now.
That looks like
Do
a
it right
rat.
now.
That's a fucking rat. That's a goddamn rat.
Yeah, they don't have hair in certain spots. It's
They're
very
mangy
odd.
as fuck.
They're so mangy. I love them. I just want to.
You know what? For real, their face looks like a little bit like a lemur.
Kinda, yeah. They kind of look like a weird monkey.
Wow, that's so gross.
Yeah, if I ever got one, I'd probably name it Logan.
Why?
Wolverine.
He's not a werewolf. They
'Cause
don't look
it
like
kinda-
Wolverines.
he's got the weird mutton
Not
chops.
really.
They kind of
No.
got mutton chops.
That's crazy. You're
Yeah.
crazy. I don't see. I'm looking through so many
Fuck
pictures.
you.
There's no mutton chops.
Fuck you. Anyway. Hey, Portz, where can people find you so we can end this
Just Google
podcast?
werewolf cat and you'll find me. No, I'm the real Portz on Twitch and Twitter. Where can people find you, buddy?
People can find me after I stop snort laughing. Fuck, I hate that. At Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Evil Space
How
Buddy.
dare you laugh and enjoy yourself.
Fuck you.
Thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you for episode fucking
Thank
30
you.
next week.
Okay, we love you. Stay safe. Don't. I forgot what I say. Good luck. Have fun. Stay safe. Okay, bye.
It's don't die. Just say don't die.
Don't die. It's normal, but I think that's inappropriate for these times,
It's not
sir.
inappropriate. It's the most appropriate. Don't die, motherfuckers. Don't die. It's good advice right now. Stay
Don't
inside,
die. We
bitches.
love you. Stay the
Yeah.
fuck inside.
Look
yeah.
at you, Louisiana.
All right, I'm hitting. Oh, you should look at everybody over there right
That's
now.
what
It's
I'm saying.
terrifying.